Okay, I guess when you trying to do something, boy, look here, I tell you. What's up, what's good, what's popping, what's cracking, what's percolating, what's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler. Yes, we are talking. You see the video, hoping we are live and everything like that. Yes, we are discussing the latest Hasbro HasLab Marvel Legends project. Fun, whatever you want to call it. I know y'all probably, there are some people rocking with some other folks and everything like that, because a lot of people are talking about that particular action figure. But I figured over here, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, I feel like I got more comic book expertise than other people that's talking about the particular action figure. So I figured, the Rock With Me Nation, we will review the latest HasLab project over here, because you know how we're going to do it. We're going to do it with a twist. So as we get ready to get down and everything like that, make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, and everything like that. Let people know this is what we're talking about. We gonna talk about this particular action figure. Now, before we get into it, you know, we want to do our research and everything like that. We want to talk about not just the particular action figure, but the character that the action figure is based on. Do y'all know how long Hank Pym been around? Ant-Man, specifically GiantMan, the GiantMan alter ego, made his appearance in Tales to Astonish, I want to say 49, when comics were 12 cents. Yes, Tales to Astonish, issue 49, when comic books were 12 cents. That is the initial appearance, the first appearance of Hank Pym as GiantMan. And if you look at that particular comic book and you're a comic book fan, excuse me, the notifications are on. I'll make sure I say it again. You're a comic book fan. If you're a comic book fan, the action figure, while being close, it's missing that big circle in the middle. It is. I know that's like, Theo, you nitpicking. No. I'm not nitpicking. I'm just pointing it out. Comic book fans. I'm a comic book fan, but if you know my action figure collection, I lean more toward, my fault, y'all. I lean more toward the MCU look. So that said, I'm not inclined to feel pressed about a particular look. There are those that are, though. Then you look at the previous HasLab projects. The engine of Vengeance that failed last year. Hey, Mr. Smith, my mentor is in the building and everything. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith, for joining us. Let me make sure I got these notifications on and everything like that, because you know me, I like conversing with the Rock With Me Nation and those that have joined the chat for this evening. So the Spirit of Vengeance, we know that failed last year. When you look at what HasLab did, Marvel Legends, you can pretty much get a good idea for why that particular HasLab failed. But they had two other HasLab projects 2 years previously. So the one in 2022 failed. The one in 2021, Galactus, that actually succeeded. The one in 2020, the Sentinel, that actually succeeded. Cool. If you got them, you got them. If you are an X-Men fan, I'm looking for you to have them. If you are a huge Fantastic Four fan, Avengers fan, what's going on, Mr. Rose? What's going on? What's going on? If you one of those fans, you're inclined to have those two, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm more of a Black Panther fan. You see it on my wall. So you know there might be something else that I'm holding out for. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about some comparisons. It's a you make up your own mind video. But since we believe sharing is caring, I feel like it's my responsibility to give you as much knowledge as you deserve so you can make an informed decision. This is money, right? And contrary to that show that came on back in the day on CBS, money does not grow on trees. So with that said, let's think about some things. Well, this is the 60th anniversary of the Avengers. Marvel Comics is celebrating that. If you collect comic books, I don't know how many Avengers comic books we got out right now. We got Avengers Beyond. We got Avengers. We got Avengers something. We just got a whole bunch of Avengers comic books that are out right now. So cool. And we gotten a whole bunch of Avengers 60th anniversary action figures. We have the Hawkeye action figure with the sky slant. I love it. I'm going to change because I what did I say? I like more of the MCU look, right? I'm going to change the boots on it, pirate boots. It's not going to do it for me, so I'm going to change the boots on it and everything. Take the head sculpt off. I have a head sculpt of John. Y'all know John from Falcon and the Winter Soldier and everything. I got his head sculpt. I'm going to take that head sculpt and put it on there. That will be my Hawkeye. We're definitely going to keep the Hawkeye, though. That's going to be my go-to Hawkeye action figure. That said, when they thought about the 60th anniversary, they gave us what? The Super Adaptoid. You read comics, the color scheme was right. If you read comics, the color scheme was right. We were missing a bow and arrow. We are. We were missing the wasp wings as well. Say that one time. We were missing the wasp wings as well. We were. Well, that action figure is $69.99. It comes with cap, shield, and Mjolnir. $69.99, 12 inches tall. Okay. All right. So let me tell you where my mind went when HasLab say, hey, we're going to bring y'all something this year. And everybody was saying, hey, bring us GiantMan. I quietly, y'all know me. I'm if you've been rocking with me, y'all know me. I'm the Quinjet guy. I'm the Quinjet guy. I'm not inclined to get certain action figures because if it's not for my look, then I'm not going to get it. So when they said we want GiantMan, I started thinking about some stuff. And I said, wait a minute. So you want to bring me GiantMan. And I understand we have not had a GiantMan the way that we wanted it to be since when? Since we got the Toy Biz or the Marvel Legends version from way back when with the ball joint hips, which I don't like. I'm not a fan of the ball joint hips. I never have been. So we got that one. And quite a few people not only have that GiantMan action figure, but they also have the Bill Foster Goliath action figure. Why do I bring Bill Foster up? Because in the next What If wave, Hasbro, Marvel Legends, the same Marvel Legends team that's giving us a 24-inch GiantMan, decided to give us a 6-inch Bill Foster. The BAF, the Build-A-Figure, is the Hydra Buster. We already got one of them. Okay, so they're giving us an updated version of it, which could, because it's smaller, it could have easily been a deluxe figure. Never mind, that ain't what they did. That's the Build-A-Figure. So Bill Foster, Goliath, synonymous with GiantMan. Bill Foster. Mind you, we got a 24-inch Bill Foster. From the same people that made the 24-inch GiantMan. We do. We just don't. We got a 6-inch Bill Foster Goliath. We got a 12-inch Super Adaptoid. And that Super Adaptoid is sitting right there, still available for $69.99. So when people start saying, oh, we want GiantMan, we hope that's the HasLab. I said to myself, well, how much is he gonna cost? He can't cost too much. What are you finna come with? All valid questions. Well, how is he gonna compare to the other HasLab projects, successful HasLab projects that have actually been action figures? Well, let's take a look. First, let's take a look at the failed HasLab. I think that's fair because I think that's what scared Hasbro, because this was a layup. This wasn't no dunk. This wasn't nothing in the slam dunk contest. This wasn't nothing in the three-point contest. This wasn't nothing in the skills competition. No, this was somebody handing you the basketball and you're right up under the rim and you just laying it up. This couldn't have been safer than anything else. It was just a GiantMan not hit. Like this was safe. Like, I'm not mad. This was safe. But when you say you're gonna go big or go home, I'm not the one making that statement. That's you saying you're gonna go big or go home. Well, I understand the literary sense of it and everything. understand the literary sense of go big or go home, but I also understand what you're trying to say when you say you're going to go big and go home. We got Kamoyo Kid in the building. What's up, Kamoyo? So the failed HasLab, the engine of vengeance, it was $349, $350. I don't know why they keep saying 99. Just round that up. That's $350. $350. The vehicle lights up in certain areas. Okay. All right, cool. Plastic. It's plastic though. It's plastic. It's plastic. It's plastic. It come with flame effects. Okay. Okay. Come with flame effects. All right. Cool. Cool. I'm with that. So far, so good. I'm not tripping. It goes from hellfire mode to street mode with the other accessories. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, cool. I mean, I like smell of something like what we've been talking about. We want vehicles for the action figures. Seems like G.I. Joe can get it right while we struggle over here with Marvel. It's almost like if you're a Marvel Legends fan, you got to get the G.I. Joe vehicles to go to a Marvel Legends so you can have some transportation. Because they getting it right over there, knocking them out the park. And it came with a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. I like Robbie Reyes. I do. I just happen to know that as a comic book fan, I like Robbie Reyes. Let me say that one more time. I do. I do. I like Robbie Reyes. I just happen to know that if I ask a Ghost Rider fan who's their Ghost Rider, they're not going to say Dan Garrett or whatever Dan name, Ted, Danny Ketch. They're not going to say Danny Ketch. They're not going to say that. And they're not going to say Robbie Reyes. I know. I like the Spirit of Vengeance. He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The guy that played him did a phenomenal job. Yes, he did. That's not what they're going to say. The comic book fan, right. Blazed. That's what they're going to say. And if a comic book fan want an action figure, it's not going to be Robbie Reyes. It's not going to be Danny Ketch. It's not. It's not. And mind you, while the Engine of Vengeance is a nice vehicle, when was the last time somebody got a Ghost Rider motorcycle? Because that damn thing right now, secondhand market is going to easily hit you upside the damn head. So if we were going to do, watch this, because like I said, G.I. Joe Classified seemed to be getting it right. If there was going to be a HasLab project involving the Ghost Rider, I'm just thinking the Engine of Vengeance wasn't it. That's all I'm saying. I'm thinking the vehicle should have been the motorcycle, right? Because secondhand sellers killing that one. The person, Johnny Blaze. It don't matter. Johnny Blaze. You could have put him in an alternate paint job. Johnny Blaze, 3 different head sculpts, give him the chain and everything like that. Chain with light effects and everything, motorcycle with light effects and everything like that. I believe people would have been all in for that particular HasLab project. Starting right there. The motorcycle, let it light up, flame effects, Johnny Blaze, alternate paint sculpt, because what we done had, the one with the blue highlights on it and the one with the white highlights on it, right? Could have did that. Could have had the 3 different head sculpts, right? You could have had his regular head sculpt. You could have had the skull head sculpt that was flaming. And then you could have had his head sculpt that was just on fire. You could have had that. But I get it. Now, that was y'all trying to go big or go home. Just made some mistakes. I was feeling the inspiration, though. Tier 1, 10,000 backers. That ain't that much. That ain't. But you had the Goblin Queen. Now, let's have an honest conversation, because some people just not going to do this. As I was talking to my brother today, Aaron the Big Word Brinkley, as I say, he's younger than me, but he's older than me. Figure it out. Because I think I'm immature as hell at times. The Goblin Queen. Ain't that Madeline Pryor? Okay. Well, who you doing this action figure for? Yes, Hawkeye Skycycle. Blaze with the chain and the Hellfire shotgun would be on point with the motorcycle with the detachable trail of flame. See what I'm saying? Fans. Comic book fans, Marvel Legends fans, people that are invested in your product. See, I don't know why we don't have a board. Like, we don't have a quality control board. Like, we don't have a panel that we put this on. Anyway, never mind. So tier 1, 10,000 backers. That's not bad. Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen. Can we be honest and say that kids aren't buying action figures? Like, can we honestly say that this is an adult hobby? Can we just admit that this is an adult hobby? Then when you're going online and you're ordering like this, well, what child is making online purchases for $3-something, for over $300? Okay, cool. Why didn't the Goblin Queen look like the Goblin Queen? There were quite a few people that had an issue with the fact that her cleavage was covered up. We understand the action figures look in a certain way because you putting them in retail stores. I understand that. I get that as well. I do. But when you're talking about action figures that adults are paying for a year in advance, you got to honor what they paying. And what they paying for, by and large, it's the comic book look. It's not the PG version. That's not it. They're paying a good grip of money. For a good grip of money, they want authenticity. Well, there were some people that had an issue with how the Goblin Queen looked. Her cleavage was covered up. There are adults out here, and adults, when they talk about spending their money, they want to spend their money for what's right. What was the next problem? Okay. You had tier 2, which was 11,000 backers. That's not that big of a difference. We just need 1 more 1,000 backers, right? Cool. Damien Hellstrom. Quite a few people have been in demand. Shout out again to my brother, Aaron, the Big Word Brinkley. He had Diana Dotto, Weapon Hex Customs, hit her up and everything like that. She does a phenomenal job, as far as I'm concerned. She does the best job when it comes to customizing. Damien Hellstrom. Well, that wasn't the Damien Hellstrom that people wanted. That's not a comic book accurate Damien Hellstrom. That's not what folks wanted. Okay, that was your tier 2. The price is $349. Right off the rip. 3 different things. Starting with the initial product, you give people stuff that they not necessarily pressed to buy. And I'm talking about Ghost Rider fans. Not everybody's a Ghost Rider fan. Like, let's just be clear about that. We're talking about you ain't even moving the needle with the Ghost Rider fans with what you're doing. Not even the mutant fans, because does Madeline Pryor, I get it. I get it. She's the Goblin Queen. I do. I get it. But as a comic book fan, and as someone who's fairly knowledgeable of the character Ghost Rider, does Madeline Pryor really fit in with the Ghost Rider? Or does she fit in more so with the Merry Band of Mutants? I'm just asking a question. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. So right off the rip, this tier 1 don't fit, in my humble opinion. So then we have tier 3, 12,000 backers, Mephisto. I know quite a few people want a Mephisto action figure. But when you look at the tiers that come before it, tier 2, which was the Damien Hellstrom, tier 1, which was the Madeline Pryor, the initial product, the Engine of Vengeance, you would have been looking at paying $350 for that one specific figure. And that's how quite a few people looked at it. That is how quite a few people looked at it. Cool. How does that compare with GiantMan? Ask that question one more time. How does that compare with GiantMan? Well, Avengers, Marvel Comics, if you like comic book characters, you like the Avengers, hey man, this the action figure for you. I'm not finna lie about that. $200, as I was telling Aaron today, $200, I absolutely get it. But then I got some questions. And this just me. Like I said, they could have did a Quinjet. The HasLab, this HasLab project could have been $500. It could have been $499.99. Y'all know how I keep talking about that 1 penny. I ain't even talking about it. I don't give 2 damns. They could have did an Avengers Quinjet. $500, $499.99. I'd have been all in. We ain't even talking. I could couldn't have gave two damn. It could have been the comic book version of the Quinjet. It could have been the MCU version of the Quinjet. I would not have given two damns. I'm telling you right now. $3.99, $4.99, $5.99. I would have been all in. 6-inch action figures? Oh, yeah. So it's a matter about what you like, right? Because price point, what's going on, Big Ronnie? What's going on? Price point don't necessarily matter if it's what you like. You're going to be critical, but if it's what you like, it's what you like. And all we doing on this video is we report the news. So you go back to that Super Adaptor. 2 accessories, $69.99. Okay, he is 12 inches tall. You announced a HasLab project. This has to be one of the worst kept secrets in history because by and large, everybody knew it was going to be Hank Pym. Okay, so me as a critical thinker, I state to myself, well, you're doing a HasLab. Super Adaptor was 12 inches tall. Well, I know you're not going to make no 12-inch action figure for no HasLab project. So he got to be taller than that. Now, initially, I was thinking 18 inches. I was. But then I was like, how do you justify 18-inch action figure for a HasLab project? Okay, well, they did $24.99. I'm still asking myself, how do you justify a 24-inch action figure for $199? Because if I do the math, the Super Adaptor came with 2 accessories. He did. Right, okay. That was $69.99. Okay. Well, I'm not the smartest, sharpest person. I don't claim to be that. But 2 times 12 is 24. Right? That's what I was taught. 2 times 12 is 24. Okay, well, if the 12-inch action figure, we're just going to say $70. We're just going to say $70 because my math going to work better that way. Well, if the 12-inch action figure was $70, then I'm thinking the 24-inch action figure should be $140, $139.99. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that math is wrong. It should come with 2 additional accessories. I'm not thinking my math is wrong. I'm thinking, okay, it's a 24-inch action figure. It should be everybody shouting each other out. That's what's up. 24-inch action figure, $140, 4 accessories. Okay. Well, the GiantMan action figure, I guess you could say it comes with 4 accessories, right? Okay, so you get the GiantMan action figure, and I'm not going to talk about what the specifics are because they don't. I'm not going to do that whole detail and deco. No, that's not a feature. Telling me it was made good and it looked good, I expect that from even the 6-inch action figure. So don't tell me that's what the specialties were. No, what it comes with 2 additional faceplates, 1 smiling, 1 grimacing. So those are accessories. Those are accessories. Then it comes with a zombie head sculpt. That's tier 1. That's an accessory. That's an accessory. Then it comes with the squirrel head sculpt. That's an accessory. My wife calls it shrinkflation. You pay more for less. I'm just saying, like, and I collect action figures. That's an accessory. I'm gonna say that one more time. It comes with 2 additional faceplates. That's an accessory. It comes with, now that's the tier 1. You gotta unlock tier 1. But no, that's an accessory, my dude. I'm not gonna go for that. Okay, with tier 2, it's 2. No, I'm sorry. The faceplates it comes with. Tier 1, the zombie head sculpt. Tier 2, I'm not doing that. Hey, Grand Madam, I'm not. That's 4 accessories. That's no. Because my math ain't adding up right. My math ain't adding, because I'm thinking if I pay 2 times, I'm paying twice as much because it's twice as tall. That's what my math at. I'm paying twice as much because it's twice as tall. I'm paying twice as much because it comes with twice as much accessories. No, that's not what we're doing. But hey, if you like it, I love it. And if you want that action figure, this ain't me talking you out of it. It's not. It's just me making you aware. Especially when you look at if you are an Avenger fan or Fantastic Four fan and you got Galactus. This is the other thing that I want to look at. Let's look at the comparisons. So let's go with the first successful HasLab project. It was the Sentinel. You were an X-Men fan, you ate this up. I want to start off by saying $199 versus $349.99. So we got $150 price difference. We do. What do we get for that $150 price difference? Let's say the action figures are an inch taller. The action figure is an inch taller. That don't matter. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about this intricate detail and everything like that because the Sentinel was a pretty good damn looking action figure to me and seemed like, but to a degree, for the most part, what's going on, Big D-Real, my brother in the building, my older brother. That's a source of knowledge right there too. Y'all get with him. So the Sentinel, an inch bigger, right? Okay, but it's $150 price difference, an inch bigger. What else do I get? Okay, just on the accessory levels, I got two 18-inch tentacles. That's what it came with. Off the rip. Off the rip. Off the rip. So if I take these two tentacles that it came with, that matches the faceplates. That matches the faceplates. Then it came with a 6-inch action figure. Bastion. I don't know who want that. I don't know. Don't care. I'm not that dude, but it did come with that though. It came with that. That's what it's already an inch taller. It's just an inch taller. It's just an inch taller. So if we say it's just an inch taller, it's already coming with more accessories than GiantMan. Already. Without me saying anything else about that particular action figure, an inch taller, 2 accessories, and a 6-inch action figure. That's what it started off with. Okay, I didn't mention this. Its features. What's going on, Jamari? What's going on? I didn't mention the other part. It light up. Features. The head light up, so the eyes light up, and the chest light up. Hank Pym don't do none of that. I'm saying one more time. The action figure is only an inch taller. The 2 accessories, the 2 tentacles, that already matches the faceplates. Then it came with another action figure. It did. Then on top of that, without you having to do anything other than put some batteries in it, the head light up and the chest light up. Hank Pym don't do none of that. He don't. That damn thing is overpriced, period. He don't do none of that. Okay, well, let's keep going. Because it also came with a Sentinel Prime head sculpt. So it also came with an additional head sculpt on top of it. Right there. Boy, I'm just doing comparisons. So right there, starting off, because I know what the price difference is. I see it. But starting off, this figure came with the 2 accessories, so it matched the Hank Pym action figure right off the rip. The head and chest light up right off the rip. It came with a 6-inch action figure. It did. It came with an additional head sculpt. Damn. Like, that's right there. You ain't even unlocked a tier yet. You have not unlocked a tier yet. And that's what that action figure came with. Not buying. What do you think about customizing a giant man? I'm not going to do that. What D-Real just said, I'm not going to do that. You know why I'm not going to do that? And I'll take a pause for the calls real quick. As I stated to D-Real, my brother Aaron, the Big Word Brinkley, and to Mr. Smith, and I share with y'all, I can get the Goliath action figure for $200. I can get that action figure. I can get the latest Ant-Man action figure, the latest Wasp action figure. Say to myself that that's my Hank Pym and my Janet Van Dyne, because I'm a Marvel comic type of guy. That'd be the most customizing I'm gonna do. I'll probably pop Scott's head off because that ain't Hank. I gotta make sure I got Hank on there and everything like that. Hope, by and large, her head sculpt, that could be Janet. That's what I do with that one. When it comes to making people look bigger and smaller and everything, I shout out to Diabolical Nerd, my wife and everything like that. I've been introduced to editing software where I can make a 6-inch action figure look 24 inches tall, 18 inches tall. So for the $200 price, in today's economy, I could go get 3 action figures and a damn digital camera, a nice, decent digital camera anyway, and take pictures. What lie did I just tell? Right. Let's get to the tier 1. The tier 1 came with the Master Mold head sculpt. That's what tier 1 in regard to the Sentinel came with, the Master Mold head sculpt. What do you get with Hank Pym? With GiantMan, you get the zombie head sculpt. So it's matching head sculpts. Tier 1, head sculpt. Okay, what was tier 2? Tier 2 was a battle damaged head sculpt and a hand. That's two more accessories. I won't be buying that figure. They need to call me when they come up with the T'Challa Black Panther action figure that height. Right? See, some people, depending on what you like, some people will pay that money. And once again, this is not me trying to talk you out of. This is me just informing people. If you pay for bang for your buck, right off the rip, in their second tier, they introduced a second tier. In their second tier, they gave you a battle damage head sculpt and a hand. In the GiantMan second tier, they gave you a scroll head sculpt. They don't stop there with the Sentinel. No. Tier 3, they give you a 6-inch female prime Sentinel. So that's another action figure. And a Tri-Sentinel head sculpt. Now, remember when I said that $150 difference because I said you got the $200? Think about how many accessories that came with that Sentinel. That is $150 difference. I get that one all day. That makes sense. And if you're an X-Men fan, that made sense. If you just love Marvel Legends, that price made sense. That price is justified. You see how I believe in equal energy. That price was justified. But look at what you started off with the initial product, right? Look what you started off with the initial product, and then look at everything else that came on top of those tiers. That wasn't bad. And when you look at what you had to do with the Sentinel tiers, that was not bad at all. That wasn't. Okay, well, let's spin it forward. Let's look at what Galactus came with. Now, I like Galactus. Now, first and foremost, $200 difference. Galactus is $399. That's $200. So right off the rip, Galactus, we're going to say Galactus is $200 difference. So where's the price difference? Customization is about getting more out of less, not the other way around. National, hey, I'm not doing that. Yeah, Panther Hulk Buster. Oh man, I would love that. Let's not talk, because I do that, Panther Hulk Buster. But let's look at Galactus. So a $200 price difference. Okay. Well, Galactus is 32 inches tall. What did I say? Hank Pym was 24 inches tall. That's an 8-inch difference. So $200 difference. The action figure, these are action figures, it's an 8-inch height difference. That's a lot of plastic when you think about it. It's an 8-inch height difference. Features. It came with 3 additional faceplates. Hank only came with 2. I want to make sure I'm telling you right, because I don't want to lie on Hank. Yep. Galactus came with 3 additional faceplates. Hank only came with 2. So we're talking action figure. We got an 8-inch height difference. I got 1 additional accessory, because this figure over here for $200 only comes with 2. Then the chest lights up. Hank Pym don't do that. His chest lights up. Head and chest. Eyes light up. Chest plate light up. Hank don't do none of that. And that's what Galactus does right there. That's a feature. And the action figure looks good, just like this one over here, just like GiantMan. It looked good and it's made good, just like this one over here. Okay, cool. So then we move to the first tier. The first tier is a Marvel Legends Frankie Ray. I know some people had concerns about that, no different than the Mephisto, because I'm not going to say anything about that Damien Hailstorm or that Madeline Pryor. Could have kept them with. If you wasn't going to do them right, as they said in the 5 Heartbeats, if we're not going to do it right, then let's just not do it. Let's not desire, I wish raindrop. Let's not do it at all. The Frankie Ray action figure, loved it. We talked about this on the last live that I did on Saturday, SEC Saturdays, superheroes and SEC Saturday. And I know just for y'all that's got a question as to why I have on my referee shirt, because this is me actually previewing the action figure. And going forward, doing comic book reviews, doing action figure reviews, previews, and everything like that, this will be my work uniform. Unless we talking Black Panther. That's a whole different uniform. But back to Galactus. The first tier, Frankie Ray. Everybody want that Frankie Ray action figure. Everybody want that Frank. That's a nice action figure. And if you look at the secondhand market, that action figure goes for a pretty penny. She does. You're not going to get her for $24.99. It would have been nice. But off the rip, because this ain't what Hank Pym coming with. He don't come with no action figure. He don't. His first tier is a faceplate. It's a head sculpt. That's an accessory. A head sculpt is, I don't give a damn how big that head sculpt is. A head sculpt is not an accessory. Okay, so we're not going to do that. That's not what that is. That's just an additional head sculpt. So he come with Hank Pym, his first tier, that's a head sculpt. Galactus, Frankie Ray, that's a nice action figure. It is. And she does come with an accessory. She actually does. The second tier, Silver Surfer. Okay, cool. Pause. This one I got to throw a flag on the play. I will be fair. I think by then, everybody had a Silver Surfer action figure. Whether you had a Toy Biz action figure, whether you had the Fallen action figure, whether you had another hit action figure, because I had the Walmart exclusive, not the Walmart, I think the Walgreens exclusive Silver Surfer action figure. So by then you had a Silver Surfer action figure. Other than the stand that the Silver Surfer action figure came with, that Galactus could put in his hand, and I don't think we army building with this. I don't think we army building with the Silver Surfer, but hey, the stand was nice. But even with that, the second tier, you got an action figure and an accessory. The second tier, Goliath, you got a head sculpt. You got a head sculpt. I'm not that. I don't care. I don't care if the head sculpt is this big. That's a head sculpt. That's not an accessory. I mean, say, yeah, that's this. It's just, y'all know what I mean. You can't compare a head sculpt to an action figure. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. And I might have been misspeaking. You can't compare a head sculpt to, you got an actual action figure. You got an action figure. It's $24.99. Come on now. Then you sit up here, and the third tier was Marvel Legends Morgue. Now, I said I don't know who asked for Morgue. I still don't know who asked for Morgue. I don't know who want that action figure. But what I can say is that's a decent looking action figure. Be real. The moderator is in the building. The party is official now. Whenever he in the building, the party is official. So yeah, you got Morgue. I don't know who wanted Morgue, but I looked at Morgue. That wasn't a bad action figure to have. You take into consideration if you got Terrax, if you got, what is it, Fire something or whatever, you got the Silver Surfer, you got Morgue, you got Frankie Ray. You damn near got all the heroes that Galactus then had. So wasn't bad. That was $300. That was your $200 price difference. Think about that, what I just said. 3 action figures. 3 action figures, that's $75 off the rip. So there is your $100 price difference, right? That at least gets you to $300 off the rip. All the other accessories that it came with, okay, it might be $50 a little too much, but I can see I can justify the $200 price difference. Galactus $399. But when I look at what Galactus came with off the rip, and I look at what Hank Pym came with off the rip, man, and Theo, you killing these lives recently. You know what? Because honestly, watch this. By and large, that's the only way I get paid. I'd be afraid to do this part right here where I say, okay, well, let me put the super chat on and everything like that. But by and large, that's the only way I get paid. I have to be more active when it comes to doing lives. But the content got to be there. The quality got to be there. It can't be just empty content. The quality got to be there and everything like that. So more people will feel emboldened to subscribe to the channel. So if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all click that like button, that share button and everything like that. Leave comments like doing what y'all doing and everything like that. Hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all do what you're doing. But yeah, so by and large, that's what I feel like I got to do to get it out there. And then, as I told my brother D-Real, and this is just me being, this ain't hubris. This ain't. But I follow a lot of cats when it comes to talking action figures and everything like that. Like if you're a YouTuber and your channel is by and large built on action figures, it's safe to say I follow you. It is. And no shade. But as I told D-Real, I ain't watched a YouTuber yet that knows as much about these characters as we do. No shade. But I have as yet to talk about an action figure and me say something like, I don't know that much about that action figure. I have as of yet to do a video reviewing an action figure, and I said, well, I'm not sure if that's comic book accurate. No, I know damn good and well whether or not it's comic book accurate. Before I do the video, I'm going to research it if I don't know. Now, that's not often that I got to do the research on the action figure, the character. That's not often at all. But I feel like we don't have anybody out here in the universe, comic book fan, that buys action figures. I don't think we have that. I think we have more people that buy action figures that's knowledgeable about action figures, not necessarily about the comic book character the action figure is based on. You know how many people, when they reviewed that Monica Rambeau action figure, the one that's for the MCU, they said comic book, these action figure collectors said that her costume was based off of looking at the comic book. I know the hell that's not. That's not. That's you saying that because you ain't even bothered to look. I read them comic books though. So by and large, and I've encouraged my brother D-Real to do it and everything like that. Let's speak on these action figures. Because regardless of who it is, and I'm gonna say it, regardless of who they are, I have as of yet, no shade, but me and D-Real been reading comic books for a minute. Some people just recently picked up comic books, whether that be the past 5 years, the past 10 years, past 15 years. You can't compete with knowledge. You can't compete with knowledge unless that person just stopped learning. But somebody that's going to keep learning, you can't compete with that. So y'all see what my brother got? I got all the heroes except for Morgan Frankie. Probably because he ain't got that Galactus action figure. But watch this. He has a Galactus action figure. Every time he do his videos, you see that Galactus action figure in the background. So he was one of those people that wasn't moved. He was like, $400? When all that Galactus is going to do by and large is sit here? I'm not finna do what they like. That's what it's finna do. It's finna sit here. I'm not finna take photos like that. And I'm a grown ass man. I'm not finna come out here, I can't wait to get up and play with my toys. That's not what we doing. We get them. We take them out the package. We pose them. We display them. We take them down every now and then. Pose them again. Take some pictures. Put the accessories with them. Put everything back up. Put them back where they need to go. Ain't nobody playing with no damn. So when you doing it like that, you like, $400? I want Frankie Ray and I want more. For sure. Say less. Because we'll be there talking about it. You're like, I want more. I want Frankie Ray. But I already got Galactus though. And I don't really see me paying. I don't really see me paying $400 for just 2 action figures. And as Aaron the Big Word Brinkley said today, Hasbro has to watch it when they do these HasLabs, because you can't set precedent. What do I mean? So they didn't do the spirit of vengeance, the engine of vengeance. They didn't do that, right? My grandmother used to have this thing where she would say, Jer, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. That's what she would say. As in, don't do something you're going to wind up regretting later. Don't let your pride, your ego get in the way. Well, with no one wanting them, well, I'm not going to say that. With not being able to get the engine of vengeance back, they decided to make no money as opposed to making some money. Now, I understand why, because you got to be careful with precedent. Shout out to my daughter who is in her first year at law school and I'm gonna shout out the school, North Carolina Central University. That's where she at. She's a first year law student there. So shout out to you, girl. Y'all remember Frankie Ray was in FF Rise of the Silver Surfer? Yes. No, my brother. No, it ain't bragging if it's facts. What rapper said that? It ain't bragging if it's facts. It just is what it is at the end of the day. So, and I don't want to lose my train of thought. And I think I just did. But we comic book fans. Like that's what that is at the end of the day. We comic book fans, and we're gonna look at certain stuff. I just got my train of thought back. That's that engine of vengeance. They rather cut off their nose to spite their face. What's going on, B. Smith? What's going on? With a Frankie Ray action figure, everybody, not Frankie Ray, the Goblin Queen action figure, everybody wanted that action figure. All you had to do was change up the cleavage. And since it was something that somebody had to go online and pay for, you should not have been concerned about what that action figure looked like in regards to showing too much cleavage. No, you should have dropped that action figure and got your $24.99. The action figure came with 2 additional hands. I'm gonna say what additional hands, right? 2 head sculpts. You should have made your money, but you didn't do that. There were people that wanted that action figure. Now that Damon Hellstrom left that where that was. If you're not gonna do it right, Eddie Kane said, if you're not gonna do it right, then don't do it at all. But the Mephisto action figure. The Mephisto action figure is 7 inches tall. You could have released it. You could have released it for 32. That Mephisto action figure would have sold out because everybody wanted it. If you're a Ghost Rider fan, how you not a Mephisto fan? You want that. And watch this low key. If you're a Black Panther fan, you want that Mephisto action figure. If you're a Black Panther fan, right? You're a Black Panther fan. Let's look at my boy who picked. Not, it wasn't Reginald Hudlin, right? It wasn't Ta-Nehisi Coates. It wasn't John Mayberry, right? Who did that Mephisto story? Christopher Priest. If you're a Black Panther fan, you would have got that Mephisto action figure too. You would have. A Giant Bass would sell as well. They're not going to take that chance though. We would have to back that. I'll spend a bill for Morgan Frankie. Now he said 100. I know some people that would have gladly spent $50, but even if you wanted to release them as deluxe action figures, Frankie Ray, more, you could have did that. You cut off your nose to spite your face. Why not make some money? The precedent. I'm going to say, can I say that one more time? The precedent. We've seen Hasbro sometimes shoot themselves in the foot. They'll release a multi-pack and then wind up releasing one of them action figures by themselves. And you'd be like, well, why the hell did I spend money on the multi-pack? When I could have just, when y'all was just going to release this action figure by itself. Facts. Okay. Well, what's the motivation to back a HasLab project that's going to come with the action figure, right? That's behind a tier, that's locked behind a tier, just for maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, for them to release that action figure again. If you were someone who spent money, one of the backers on that HasLab project, you're going to be upset. Which takes me back to GiantMan. See if we're going to bring this all the way back to GiantMan? GiantMan should have came with an action figure. as myself, my brother Aaron the Big Word Brinkley talked about, where's Yellow Jacket at? Discussion period. Yeah, it would, Grand Madam. A Queen Ramonda action figure would sell too. And we still waiting on that. We still waiting on Queen Mother Ramonda. They might be afraid though, because I don't believe they believe there's enough interest in any Black Panther merchandise right now, considering how we treated the movie. They're not understanding. We treated that movie a certain way for a certain reason. We treated that movie a specific way for a very specific reason. And if they're not listening or they have an issue with that reason, hey, you do what you're gonna do. I keep my money in my pocket. Customization. Whenever you want to dye your action figures from whatever color they are to a color like us, rich synthetic dye. Just sit the action figure in a pot, pour this in there, turn it up, let it get warm. Let it sit in there for a few hours. Take the action figure out, check it out. This dyes the action figure from whatever color it is. You want to make sure it's a light color, preferably. I'm just saying, make sure the color is light. Use this, and you can take that action figure. Well, you can just get that action figure a nice looking tan. Let me just say it like that. Hey, I'm a Wakanda throne room set. My wife low key had. I low key. Shout out to our wives that are responsible. Shout out to our wives that support our action figure customization. Just shout out to our wives. Shout out to the women that support their men. Shout out to the women that are action figure collectors and everything like that. Just shout out to all the women. Let me just say that. Shout out to y'all. Because people like to think that women don't get down in this. No. Yes, the hell they damn do. And I just want to give y'all all the praise in the world. Like I want to say how much I appreciate y'all. I say that because when you said something about a throne, right? I thought about something because I said to my wife, I said, babe, she said, yes. I said, I really want a Wakandan throne for the Black Panther. I'm just not pressed to not right now. Not right now. So my wife, baby, I got you. And she said, baby, I got you. I've been wanting to make him one. She said, ooh, I've been wanting to make him one. That's what she said. Ooh, I've been wanting to make him one. I just was waiting on you to tell me when. I said, okay, well, baby, it's up to you. If y'all see my wife around, y'all done seen her work, y'all know my wife do some amazing things. I said, okay. She said, babe, I said, yes. She said, I need an action figure to make sure I get the size right. So I said, okay, cool. I bought the two figure action set, the Netflix with Power Man, Luke Cage, and the Midnight Nurse and everything. I had that. I went, as I said, I then popped his head off because y'all know I'm using him. I'm using his head sculpt to be my brother D-Real, my action figure that I got based on D-Real. I'm using that head sculpt, right? Cool. So I gave her the body, head missing. Pose the action figure, make the action figure look like it's sitting down and everything like that. She said, baby, thank you. I said, okay, you're welcome. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like I sat up there and I was like, well, damn, that's how we doing it. Like we do it like that. Like you just. That's how we do it. Like that's what you needed. That's what you needed. You needed that right there. So okay, I said, well, damn. Some damn clothespins. so that, and then I don't know. I guess I could sit Aurora in that one. I'm not understanding, but that's some damn clothespin. Like, y'all see that? She said, I do. That's what she said. She said, fine, I do it myself. That's what that was. Like, I do it myself. Like, what we doing? Like, that's who she is. So once again, let me say, shout out to all the, listen, I don't know too many cats that collect action figures and they single. No, especially no. I don't really. Especially if we making it do what it do. They looking good. No. It's almost. I want to say it's a female in the background somewhere. It's a female in there in the background. So yeah, that's what I said. I be looking at my wife. I be like, I can't do what you can do. Yes, I do this in front of the camera. This me. Damn it, y'all, she do my hair. Like, if you've been rocking with me for a minute, y'all know my hair wasn't this damn long when I first started doing this damn show. There really ain't nothing she can't do. It really ain't. But I don't want to drift too far off topic. When you're looking at what you can get with the action figure, like I said, if you want the GiantMan action figure, there's nothing wrong with getting the GiantMan action figure. It's your money at the end of the day. This wasn't a video to try and talk anybody out of it. It is a video, though, just to make you aware of what you're looking at. Now, with that being said, and once again, shout out to Aaron the Big Word Brinkley, let's say you do like that GiantMan action figure. It's $200. If I'm not mistaken, I believe D-Real also has a GiantMan action figure in his house. Me and wifey do cosplay. The couple that plays together stays together. For sure. D-Real, I think he got a GiantMan action figure. Now, if you want a GiantMan action figure, it's going to come with the ball joints. But if the GiantMan action figure that Hasbro is selling right now is going for $199.99, right? What you think the GiantMan you can get from the secondhand market? If you just want, and if by and large, all you doing is posing that action figure, like you're not really using him for anything like that. You not. You don't sit right there. You're a grown, you're an adult. You ain't going out here to be pew, pew, pew. Get him, Hank. That's not what you're doing. Unless you're doing video work and you're doing voiceovers and everything like that. That's something totally different. But going in your room, I know we don't. And do you really care for them face plates? Did I mention that the Dr. Doom? I'm sorry. Did I mention that Galactus came with a Dr. Doom head sculpt? Did I mention that? Where y'all finding these ladies from? Help a brother out. Hey, man. I ain't finna take credit for nothing. When it comes to my wife, I'm not finna act like I found her. I'm finna say I was blessed to be in the right place at the right time and walk across in front of her. I'm gonna say I was blessed to catch her attention. That's what I'm gonna say. I was fortunate enough that she saw something in me that I clearly couldn't see at the time. So I ain't even finna act like that. But that's what she do though. My wife is responsible for this. Like, my wife, and I'm gonna say it like this. My wife, if you see a custom shorty that look like this, it starts with my wife. So I got one, Mr. Smith got one. We the only two that's got one. If it's not for my wife, we don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this at all. We don't do that. We don't have that. We don't have that. Because even with that action figure, Marvel Legend figures used to have mini dioramas as backgrounds. The electric figure had a stand made up like a temple in the background. She did. And D. Steve, you're absolutely right. That is usually how it works. Like, you know what? I don't usually agree with the brother and everything like that. But Steve Harvey I saw him on Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, and he was talking. He said some stuff that like I said, I don't usually agree with the brother. But the thing is you don't have to like a person for that person to be telling the truth. You can like a person and they absolutely be full of it. So we don't know how to separate the two. So something that he said was very, very profound. It was something that I've stated before, is that if you're going to be in a relationship, and he said it, and I said, damn, that make all the sense in the world. He said, and when you're with somebody in a relationship with somebody, and this being 2023, so I'm not gonna make it man and woman, woman, man. When you're in a relationship with somebody, that person will either cause you to, for lack of better terminology, become better, will be the source of your improvement or the source of your mediocrity, for lack of better terminology. You're in a relationship, you're with someone, they will either be the source of your mediocrity, you not achieving anything, or they will be the source of your success, be the inspiration for you to go out there and do and accomplish some amazing things. And my wife is that person for me. That's it. I recognize it. I see it. Thus, I understand that if anybody comes my way now, and I think every man, every mature adult understands it, anyone, because this is 2023, even though I'm heterosexual, but I've been hit on by both men and women. Anyone that comes after me now, I'm knowing you're only coming for one reason, because you weren't coming when I did not have this. You weren't coming when I was trying to achieve this. You saw little to no value in me. Well, she saw value in me, and the only reason why you rocking with me right now, not rocking with me, that's wrong, trying to get next to me right now is because of the value of me right now. But it was somebody that saw that value in me when nobody else did. So that's that in relationship advice and everything. Steve spoke on that, and I agree with that 110%. Back to the action figures. So you have this action figure. If you're Mr. Ray Smith, D-Real, somebody that's a huge Hank Pym fan, as my brother Aaron the Big Word Smith, this action figure is close, but it's not exact. You know that. So that might be a discouragement to you in and of itself. It basically comes with accessory. That's it. And when you look at the price range, you're going to have a hard time, because if you're somebody that's having an issue with 6-inch action figures coming with little to no accessories for $24, then you're definitely going to have an issue with the action figure that's 3 times the size, right? Am I doing my math right? What's 3 times 6? 3 times 6, that's 18, 4. 4 times the size. I told you, if I ain't got no dollar sign in front of it, I can't do nothing. An action figure that's 4 times the size, and it's doing essentially the same thing you have an issue with the 6-inch action figures doing, which is coming to little to no accessories for the price point. That's going to be an issue, regardless of who that action figure is, regardless of whether or not you want that action figure or not. The question is whether or not you're going to pay for it. Nobody should be able to talk you out of it. Nobody should be able to talk you into it. What I can tell y'all is he don't move me like that. Not saying he shouldn't move anybody else like that, but fair, equal energy. Would we have paid $200 for a Bill Foster Goliath? I think that's a fair question, considering probably the demographic of the audience and everything, and what our interest is when it comes to comic books and action figures. Would we have upped that money, $200, for a Bill Foster action figure that's 24 inches? Or if the Super Adaptoid is 12 inches, when we talk about action figures like a GiantMan or a Goliath, should those action figures sit right there 18 inches? 18 inches, because the Super Adaptoid was what? Super Adaptoid was $69.99. Or should we look at, I talked about this early in the video, should this action figure have been, if the Super Adaptoid came with 2 accessories, $69.99, should this action figure have been 24 inches, $149.99 with 4 accessories? Shouldn't have been a HasLab. Shouldn't have been a HasLab. But now, that's the constructive criticism part. 2024 is going to come around. And I want this video to do this. So make sure you get this video out. Make sure you share the video, because they say the squeakiest wheel gets the grease. That's what they say. 2024, go big or go home. We see what you got. 2020, 2021, 2022. We see that. 2024, go big or go home. Bring us the Quinjet. Let's put it in here. Make it go viral. The cost to make these figures is a fraction of the insane price markup. Facts. Theo, the current GiantMan I own is going for $50, 12 inches. I told you. that price gonna drop. But let's shout it live from the rooftops. Avengers Quinjet 2024. Hasbro. Go Marvel. Hasbro. Go big or go home. The Quinjet. The Quinjet. Don't do no action figure. Don't do no action figure. Go big or go home. The price point. You said Galactus was $349. I'm sorry, $399. Galactus was that's $400. $400. Go big or go home. 2024, let it trend. Go to your Twitter page, go to your Instagram account, go to your TikTok account, go to your Facebook account. 2024 HasLab, hashtag Quinjet. Hashtag Hasbro HasLab 2024, hashtag Quinjet. Quinjet Avengers Tower Bozeman Helicarrier, the Bozeman Helicarrier. That's not gonna work. Stay where we at. Stay, because you saying a helicarrier, that's 1,000 easily. Price point. Because it's got to house 6-inch action figures. You can't even sit that anywhere. you wouldn't be able to sit. You wouldn't be able to sit a helicarrier nowhere in your house. No. Let me say it. Well, that's gonna house 6-inch action figures. That's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. That's just like saying, let me get a Enterprise for 6-inch action figures. Really? The engine room is probably gonna take up half of your damn room. We talking scale. We talking scale. So no, but seriously, hashtag it. Hashtag HasLab 2024. Hashtag Avengers Quinjet. That's what we want. Because who wouldn't pay for that? No. Let's be honest. Whether it's the comic book version or whether it's the MCU version, who wouldn't pay for that? Who wouldn't? I'm in the comment, because see, I want them to look at the comments. I want them to be like, damn, y'all think so? Yeah. Because ain't nobody gonna say that. The Quinjet. Don't matter which version, comic book, MCU, it don't matter. 2 people sitting in the front, cockpit, cool. Got that. On the side, we need to be able to sit 3 additional action figures on each side. That's 8 action figures. In the middle, the Skycycle you just gave us, it need to be able to sit right there in the middle. Light up. Does it need to have some working lights? Does it need to come with some accessories? Hey, probably need to have some stuff that can fire off the sides of it and everything like that. Yeah. Landing gear. But does it need to light up? Does this display panel need to light up like what they did in G.I. Joe Classified? Or do we just need, by and large, a Quinjet a la the Thunder Tank that we can sit these figures in? That's all I'm asking. They start hashtag it, get it to trending, because they scared. I get it. You were scared with the ends of the Avengers. We talking Avengers Quinjet. That's by it damn self. What's the starting price? It's gonna see 8 action figures, right? See 8 action figures and the Skycycle. My fault. What should be the starting price? Let's help them out. For an Avengers Quinjet that can see 8 action figures and the Skycycle, What should be the starting price? Let's help them out. I believe sharing is caring. Ain't enough black act figures and 18-inch black Goliath would be worth it. Yes, he would be. Let's help him out. I believe sharing is caring. If you know me, grow me. So we don't want to just constructively criticize, because I don't think we criticize Hasbro. We don't want to do that. So what should we do? Let's help them out. Let's help them out. A Quinjet. That would definitely be a big seller. A Quinjet. It will sell. Yes. Like I said, and it ain't got to light up. I get it. You wanted to do some fancy stuff. I don't give two damns. I really don't. I'm be honest with you. Just long as the control panel, the plastic don't peel off the control panel, I need the control panel to be the control panel. And you know why I don't care if it light up? Because I know at some point it's not going to light up no more. So I don't care about that. The lights out, because I'm not going to be in my house at night with the lights off in the room going, vroom. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And with software, if I want to make it look like it's got some lights on it, I can do that. I don't need that. What should be the price point for the Quinjet? Let's help them out. Good God Almighty. Because listen, I'm you know why I'm saying this? Because I'm tired of waiting on it. I was disappointed with GiantMan. I was like, damn, y'all folded. Y'all said y'all was gonna go big or go home, and y'all gave us GiantMan. I knew it was GiantMan as soon as they gave us the first damn pitch. I was like, man, stop. Ain't no Quinjet. Ronnie says $4.99. Ronnie says he would be willing to pay $4.99. So $4.99 price point. Let's just not talk about it. Let's be about it. $4.99 is the price point. Okay, cool. What it come with? Because $4.99 includes the tiers. How many figures in the Quinjet? Come on, yo, we do $4.99. $4.99. How many tiers does it come with? Okay, Kamoyo asked how many figures. D Real said it's coming with 7. Okay, give me tier 1. Right. Because we don't want to talk about it. We want to help Hasbro out. Like, do we really want the Quinjet made? Because if we really want this Quinjet made, we finna come up with some idea. Okay, so Ronnie said $4.99. I like that. $4.99. That's price point. Excuse me. I believe Thunder Mountain, Thunderdome, I believe that's $4.99 too. I think that's $4.99. Pretty big chunk of plastic and everything like that. It doesn't light up. It does not light up. It does not light up. But it's got a tail and everything. $4.99. Okay, cool. Ronnie say $4.99. D Real, you said 7 action figures. Okay. No, did you say 7 action figures? Were you answering Kamoyo's question? How many figures in the Quinjet? D Real, my brother, were you answering his question when you said 7, or were you saying 7 tiers? Because my question is, how many tiers should be? 4. I'm gonna say 4 tiers. I'm 4 tiers. 4 tiers. 4 tiers. Detachable Skycycle. Yes, that's got to be there. Like, I need that. So $4.99. Features, accessories. Before we get to tiers, $4.99. Let's talk features. Let's talk accessories. Damn it, we're gonna get the thing done. We're gonna say $4.99. What are its initial features? What is coming with before we get to 1 tier? Before we get to 1 tier, what are the features of the Skycycle? I mean, not the Skycycle. What are the features of the Avengers Quinjet? We want to get this going. I'm gonna work on this hashtag. Hashtag HasLab Quinjet 2024. That's what we're gonna say. Hashtag HasLab Quinjet 2024. 4 tiers. I want to make sure let's go. We having a discussion session. We in here. We in it to win it. $4.99. 7. I don't know if that's 7 action figures or 7 tiers. I said 4 tiers. I like to stay with the 4 tiers because I like even numbers. So 4 tiers. Does that open removable can? Yeah. Yeah. I need that. They got to be able to sit in there. Yeah. They got to be able to sit in there. I need that. Yeah. So feature. Open removable canopy. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Let's help them out. Let's help them out. Let's help them out so that they can, because we want them what? We want to spend some money. We want to spend some money. And Ronnie just said we willing to spend $500 up front. So I think that's fair. We said we willing to spend $500 up front. Okay, cool. Open and removable canopy. What else we got? That's one feature. That's one feature. That's one feature. Open removable canopy. Should it come with this seats that swivel? Swivel seats, okay. He say seats that swivel. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Detailed cockpit. Detailed cockpit. Okay, what else you got? We ain't got no action figure now. You ain't put no action figure in there yet. You haven't. You ain't put no action figure in there yet. But I like the features. We got open and removable canopy, right? Swivel seats, right? Detailed cockpit. Let's keep what we got. We got another feature. We got one more feature, or do we have an action figure? Because I like what we got so far. Open, removable canopy, swivel seats, detailed cockpits. Cockpit. That's fair. I like that. I think that's fair. Detailed cockpit. Yeah, they're doing it on the G.I. Joe. So what's next? Do we have another feature? Or are we putting the action figure? Remember, the price point is $4.99. We saying Hasbro, if you drop this damn thing today, we putting $500 in your pocket. We ain't trying to get it till a year from now. That's what we saying. We telling them right now, damn near a year in advance. We telling y'all what we want to spend money on a year from now. So let's make it happen. What else we got? Open, removable canopy, swivel seats, detailed cockpit. I see 11 people in here now. Come on now, let's not be shy. If a Quinjet, an Avengers Quinjet. Oh, we need Nick Fury. Correct paint instead of decals. I like the paint. I think that falls on the detail though. But I like the Nick Fury. My question is, you know what? Here we go. I think we need a Marvel Ultimate Universe version of Nick Fury. We don't have that. I think we need that Nick Fury, which should be a combination of his MCU version and a version we ain't never got, because I don't think we ever got that Nick Fury. So I think the Quinjet should come with an Ultimate Universe Nick Fury in his Shield costume. What y'all think? Because I don't know anybody that's cool with what we got right now. I don't know anybody that's feeling that particular action figure that they're going to drop from the Disney Plus series. But what do y'all think about that? A Ultimate Universe inspired Nick Fury action figure. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. Nick Fury Ultimate Universe. I like that one. Ultimate Universe inspired. I like that one. Nick Fury. We need to father and son Nick Fury from the comics to start off with. Ultimate Universe Nick Fury would be great. Yes. So we saying, let's look at what we're saying here. We're saying an Avengers Quinjet, $4.99. $4.99 HasLab. They need that money up front. 4 tiers. 4. We saying coming with features, open and removable canopy. I think that's a fair request. I think landing gear that works. I think that's fair. Swivel seats shouldn't be too hard. That ain't asking too much. Detailed cockpit. Nope. We want paint jobs. No decals, because decals come off. I think that's fair. And a 6-inch action figure, Ultimate Universe inspired Nick Fury. It needs weapons. The weapons that could be a tier. But when you got Avengers on board, do you really need But no, that could be a tier. So we got that right there. Okay, tier 1. Tier 1. What we saying? Blast effects, light effects, weapon effects, or what is tier 1? Ooh, I love this right here. What is tier 1? What should tier 1 be? Because we saying it's $300 more than GiantMan, so we got to justify this. Right off the rip, though, I think we covered at least a $50 difference, if not a $75 difference in the price. So I think right off the rip, it would be a $200 matched GiantMan. I think the accessories that we've alluded to already, which are the features, would be another $50, $70 price point. As long as he's wearing his long coat with some well-placed chrome holsters, Nick Fury should be good. Yeah. I don't know about, because we've got that long coat, and that long coat, Grand Madam, it restricts the articulation of the character. You can't get the character to do certain things. And with the Nick Fury action figure that we're looking at, we would want it to sit down in the cockpit. So I don't know if, unless the coat, a la the Hawkeye action figure that they just dropped, is made out of soft goods, I don't know how that would work. But I definitely do understand what you're saying. But let's look at tier 1. We said we want this. I like it. HasLab Quinjet 2024, tier 1. What should tier 1 be? Ronnie said something about some weapons. Might be, watch this. I like this. Might we have a different version of the Skycycle for the second tier? Put a long slit in the back. Okay, put a long slit in the back. It would need 6 or 7 Avenger action figures. I think T'Challa's should be the leader of them. Okay, let's say, here we go. I like this one. So T'Challa in the comics is the creator of the Quinjet, right? Right, okay. So we gotten quite a few variations of T'Challa. So let's say, and when we say at 7 action figures, I want us to consider, let's just say that's $24 per action figure. So when we say 7, I just want us to realize what we mean when we say 7. That's a price point. That's price point. So if we say let's 3 times 25, okay, we're talking $175 off the rip. So a vehicle coming with 7 action figures, the price point is already at $375. So I mean, just what we're looking at and everything like that. So Grand Madam said put a slit in the back. I would like to see T'Challa in his thrice blessed armor. I don't want to see T'Challa in any other version that we've gotten. I think we've gotten a few comic book versions of T'Challa, but I don't think we got the thrice blessed armor, which is red. I think now people might feel some type of way about that, but I think Nick Fury is an excellent action figure. Consider it would be an Avengers Quinjet. T'Challa would be a nice tie-in to it, because in the comic books he is the one that created the Quinjet for the Avengers. I think having a different Skycycle, a different version of the Skycycle, something different from what Clint has, something that could be what Steve Rogers flies on, or something that could be what what T'Challa flies on. Watch this. A Skycycle that's different, slightly modified from the one that Hawkeye has, with 2 interchangeable faceplates. One would be a faceplate for Steve Rogers. One would be a faceplate for T'Challa. That faceplate works, and you don't even have to have a Captain America action figure in with that Quinjet. You know why? Because you more than likely already got one. So I'm gonna say Skycycle. Y'all help me out now. Y'all tell me how y'all feeling. Skycycle. We got Nick Fury. What we said, T'Challa. He invented the Quinjet, right? We said thrice blessed armor, something different than what we've gotten, because we got quite a few comic book versions of T'Challa. So right off the rip, we have 2 action figures. Let's go. Tier 2. Tier 2. Tier 2. I'm not a fan necessarily of tier 1. So tier 1, I think this makes it worth it. Tier 1 would be the Skycycle with T'Challa on it, with the thrice blessed armor, with the two interchangeable visors for the Skycycle. I think that worked. T'Challa, a modified Skycycle with two interchangeable faceplates for the Skycycle. One for Cap, one for T'Challa. I think that worked. We got 2 action figures already. We got an action figure that came with the Quinjet. We got an action figure that can be on the Skycycle. Right. Tier 2. I like that. Tier 2. Well, hey, let me not be here by myself. She said, Grandmaster put a long slit in the back. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Tier 2. Jarvis robot. Jarvis robot or Jarvis from the comics? You ready? I like this one right here. We said Quinjet, right? We said Quinjet. Give me an Age of Ultron action figure from the comic books. Give me Jarvis from the comics. Ronnie said, give me Jarvis from the comics. What about the Ultron from the Age of Ultron in the comic books? That guy. Because so far, what they've given us a comic book version of Ultron, but that's kind of old, right? Right. Okay, cool. That's not his up-to-date form. And they given us Ultron from the MCU, right? Right, cool. Well, we don't have a real scary looking Ultron from Marvel Comics. You know, that dude. We don't have the scary one. We got the one that by and large look like he in some boxed armor and everything like that. But the scary one. Y'all know which one I'm talking about from the Age of Ultron in the comic. We ain't got that one. He could be a nice tier 2 Dololoso, and he could be what, 8 inches tall, 7 inches tall, come with some nice accessories. Because what would look better besides a Quinjet than the Quinjet with Ultron flying at it? Then, if you got that Ultron, you know what you could do with the other Ultrons, because they actually just did this in the photo when they were doing a GiantMan reveal. You could army build with the other Ultrons. And you imagine a picture that you could take with about 2 or 3 of those Ultrons flying at the Quinjet, and you got that big Ultron coming. Like that dude. I think that's a fair tier 2. I think that's a fair tier 2. I do. I think that's a fair tier 2. I do. It'll be cool with that Ultron. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. And we've been showing GiantMan some love, right? Hank Pym, per se. This probably wouldn't make it, but this is a wish list. Let me get a Yellow Jacket and a Wasp comic book version. Yellow Jacket and Wasp. Yellow Jacket and Wasp. Now that could be tier. Could that be tier 3? Tier 3, tier 2? Because we said Ultron for tier 2, Hank Pym, Janet, Yellow Jacket, Wasp, classic Yellow Jacket. A tailgate ramp at the back where the heroes could prepare to jump from the Quinjet would be cool. I like that. Now that's a feature. I'm gonna put that back in the feature. Tailgate ramp. I like that. I like that. That's a feature. That's a feature. Like that need to listen. That it need to be able to do what a Quinjet can do. That's a feature. So we say Ultron, scary Ultron for tier 2, tier 3, classic Yellow Jacket. Is that fair? I say they should get with Ant-Man and the Wasp because they're more popular right now and they're more known because of the MCU. I'm just thinking about, when I think about the Quinjet Ronnie, I don't necessarily think about any MCU tie-in. I really, really don't. I'm looking at, okay, what characters are associated with the Quinjet? Okay, well, Quinjet, Shield, that's an MCU connection. So the fans, what action figure fans have been looking for, nobody was really pleased with the Nick Fury from the Secret Wars. They would have preferred a Nick Fury that, if anything, looked like the previous Nick Fury, except without the ball joints. I myself, because I do have the action figure, and I'll be looking at the articulation difficulty with it, I would prefer a Nick Fury more along some of the lines of Commander Rogers, whom they just released. I think that would work better, especially if you're looking at him sitting in a cockpit, and that being the figure that would come with the Quinjet in and of itself. I would like him to have that flexibility to sit in the cockpit. The MCU did not give us a good representation of Yellow Jacket. They didn't. And I looked at the Yellow Jacket action figure because I've been going back and forth as far as, like, with me preferring the MCU version. Could I see myself purchasing that Yellow Jacket at any point in time? No. I don't like it. The visual aesthetics, I just don't like it. And the Yellow Jacket that they gave us previously, it's got the ball joints on it. That's the comic book version. We need that version. Well, I'm thinking you Marvel, yeah, you could make that work. You what I want to say, the Nick Fury version, the Ultimate Universe version of Nick Fury, come with the Quinjet, right? Removable cockpit, open cockpit canopy, swivel seats, tailgate ramp, open up, detailed cockpit. Okay, cool. I like that. Because we say it's $4.99. We say we're willing to pay for it. We say we're willing to pay for it. Okay, tier 1. Tier 1 would be a T'Challa, thrice blessed armor. And the reason why I'm saying T'Challa, I know some people are like, man, we know. No, T'Challa has a legacy with the Quinjet. He does. Despite what people believe in the MCU fans and everything like that, he's responsible for the Avengers having a Quinjet. So that would be a nice tie-in. I know some people, Theo, you saying no. Ethnicity has nothing to do with this. I'm talking about what action figure fans are talking about, and I know what would move the needle. So a Nick Fury, a Ultimate Universe inspired Nick Fury action figure, because nobody's happy with the last one, that would move the needle in regards to this Quinjet. T'Challa. Well, if you're a comic book fan, you know the legacy that's tied up into that, but we've also got quite a few T'Challa action figures. The only T'Challa action figure I can think that we don't have that we will be asking for is the one with the thrice blessed armor, red. Okay, so you get that. Then the Ultron. Let me make sure I keep up with these notes. Hey, do y'all think we need an Iron Man action figure to go with the Quinjet? No. And I know, no, you don't. He flies by himself. He fly by himself. And that, to me, that would be redundant, putting a character. And I know people say Ant-Man and the Wasp, but Hank Pym does have legacy with the Quinjet too. But putting Iron Man, any hero that flies, I think would be redundant. But hey, if fans want it and are willing to pay $500 for that, don't let me be the one to tell them, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And that's the thing. If the fans are going to be the ones paying for it, you haven't made this product yet. All you have are digital renderings. How are you not flexible? How do you not come to the table with other options just on the ready for what fans want? They're not getting it for another year. But T'Challa, thrice blessed armor for the tier 1. Tier 2, the scary behind looking Ultron from the Age of Ultron in the comics. I think that's a win. 7-inch action figure, alternate head sculpts, alternate hands that give you blasts and everything. They have blast, hand blast, everything, accessories. I think that'll work nice. I do. You don't? Got a better suggestion? Please drop it in the comment section. Tier 3, classic Yellow Jacket and Wasp. We don't have one. We don't have one, and I think that's a shame Like, I would like to think they're going to round out the Avengers 60th anniversary with the up-to-date yellow jacket and a Wasp. So, Shield Agent 4-pack. Did you get the 2-pack? The only reason why I'm asking is because they released a Shield 2 Agent 4-pack last year. And then just recently, it's still up for pre-order if I'm not mistaken. It is a female Troop Builder 2-pack, has a Hydra agent in it, a female Hydra agent in it, and it has a female Shield agent in it. And if I'm not mistaken, for the Shield agent, you have 3 head sculpts, 3 interchangeable head sculpts. And for the, no, I'm wrong, 4, because she comes with a helmet as well. And for the Hydra agent, if I'm not mistaken, she just comes with 2. 3. Head sculpt, unmasked head sculpt. But I think all of the action figures should be optional except Nick Fury and T'Challa, so people can have options when they get the $4.99 Quinjet. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, Ronnie J. And I think, but when you look at leaving things up to the fans, if you're Hasbro, I would want to say that you want to know for sure that the fans are willing to do it. Because you don't want to run the risk of fans not backing a project because the character that they wanted didn't get selected, got outvoted. I would just like to think that before you make the decision, in regards to, because I think you should put it to a vote to a degree. And I think what I'm saying, what I mean when I say that is, you want the company to make money. You want to spend money. You want to break bread with the company. You're a comic book fan. You're a superhero fan. You want representation of those superheroes in your home. You don't mind spending the money. You just want to spend money on what you want. So if you're Hasbro, you want to put out an expensive project, the Quinjet, you want to put that out. What's the best way to guarantee success? I would like to think it would be listening to people like us who are, I guess they call us social media influencers and everything like that. So you would have an idea of what you're looking at doing. And then I would like to think that you would be a bit of a comic book historian. Just make some references, go back through, read the comic book, pull some pages out. It's not, if you want to do the Quinjet, it's not that hard to get the Quinjet right. It's incredibly difficult to get it wrong. It is, because all you have to do is Quinjet. Google Quinjet. It's going to tell you either one or two things based on your search. It's either going to tell you MCU or 616. You go from there. What characters? How many times has it popped up? What are the more popular versions of the Quinjet? What characters have you seen more frequently in the Quinjet? Then a little bit. Go from there. I feel pretty good in saying that a Nick Fury action figure, Ultimate Universe inspired, is needed. I don't believe anybody, I haven't heard anybody yet, listened to anybody yet that was cool, okay, satisfied with the latest Nick Fury action figure. It's a Shield vehicle. I think we already got a Maria Hill, so we don't need another Maria Hill unless we're getting a MCU inspired version of Maria Hill, because we don't have her. Now, that's one way of looking at it. Now, let's say this vehicle is MCU inspired. Let's say this isn't a comic book accurate Quinjet. Let's say this Quinjet is MCU inspired. Well, if the Quinjet is MCU inspired, then I'm going to absolutely look for, instead of Nick Fury, because they just gave you one, I would absolutely look for Maria Hill to be the pilot of that Quinjet. Let's see here, a base Quinjet and a deluxe one at a different price point. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know, because watch this. And now this would be the thing. Would we have a problem? Now, this is another question, because this don't necessarily have to be a HasLab project. Honestly, I believe they could sell a Quinjet, what we're talking about, with the features that we're talking about, for $200. Who would pay $200 for a Quinjet? $250 at the most. No HasLab project. It's $250 out the door. A Quinjet. It don't have to come with an action figure. It just needs to be detailed. It needs to be detailed with all the features that we talked about. Because what they gave us, the Batman, the Batwing, They spent bread on that and everything like that. They got the Thunder Tank. I know what the Thunder Tank is pre-order, but a Quinjet, I would do that more reasonable of a price. MCU Quinjet. MCU. That's fair. Except I don't think they're going to do that. And the reason why I don't think they're going to do that because it's just of the amount of Black Widow action figures and Hawkeye action figures, because they just released 2 of them for the Adventure 60th anniversary. So they wouldn't do that. But a Quinjet, no action figures. It ain't got to come with. The only thing it needs to come with are features. An Avengers Quinjet, nothing. Open removable canopy, swivel seats, tailgate ramp that opens, that drops down, detailed cockpit, operating flight wheels, $200 out the door. What we doing? Or if it had to come with an action figure, if it had to come with an action figure, I'm gonna say Maria Hill. If it's got to come with one, I'm gonna say Maria Hill MCU version because we ain't got one in a minute. But $200 out the door. Quinjet, no action figures, none. Features, just features. That's it. What we doing? Is that doable? Is that something within reason that wouldn't require? Now watch this. Would that require a HasLab? See what I just said? Would a Quinjet with nothing but features, the action figures can be sold and they could make them exclusively for the Quinjet? Could be. Absolutely could be. Would a $200 Quinjet be worth a HasLab project? Or should that be something they just consider doing? I think that's a fair question. Would you buy a Quinjet that could seat? A Quinjet that could seat a Skycycle and 8 action figures. Up to 9 if you want to sit an action figure on the Skycycle. Would you be willing to pay up to $250 for that vehicle? Whether it comes with one action figure or not, would you be willing to pay for that? Make sure it's doable. I'm just asking questions because I believe, they want to make sure if they do something, they can make some money. And I'm of the mindset, hey, I want you to make some money. I want to spend the money. So an Avengers Quinjet, $250. If it comes with one action figure, we're saying that one action figure, that Avengers Quinjet, is $225 without that action figure. For $225, $250, would you spend money on an Avengers Quinjet? It ain't even got to be a HasLab. Hasbro can go today and say, hey, we're going to have these things available. Get your pre-order ready and everything like that. Would you spend money on it? $250. Avengers Quinjet. Say it don't come with an action figure. I like that. It don't come with an action figure, but it seats up to 8. It seats up to 8. I'm sorry. That's my math ain't right. It seats up to 7. No, 9. Y'all got here. I told you, they ain't got no dollar sign. 2 in the cockpit, 3 on each side. You sit that Skycycle in the middle. $250. $250. Now I know I got action figures that I don't need an action figure. I don't need no action figures to come with it. I don't. I got mine. I don't need it. But some people might. But $250. Would you break bread? An Avengers Quinjet, $250. No action figures, just features. Would you break bread? Open and removable canopy, swivel seats, tailgate ramp that opens and closes, detailed cockpit, landing gear that works, and a Skycycle. A Skycycle with 2 interchangeable face plates. $250. What we doing? $250. $250. $250. It ain't gotta have no lights or nothing. $250. $250. What we doing? Ronnie say yes. Come on, your kids say it's doable. Hey, let's is that what we talking about? $250 out the door. $250, $249.99. I can seat my ass. I'm coming home like this. $249.99 out the door. It ain't got a light up. I don't even need it to come with no stand. I don't need. You can give me one, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. The flight gear better work. I don't need that. The flight gear better work. You can give me the stand. My bad. Flight gear better work. I don't even want the stand because I know how heavy that vehicle gonna be. I don't want no stand. I don't. I figure that out on my own. I don't need that. $250 out the door though. Hasbro get my money on the first of the month for that good price. $250. That's all of it. If you feeling what I'm feeling, if that sound good to me, hit the hearts or something like that. Hit the bubbles, make it go up, make it do what it do. I guess they said make it rain. But if you feeling what I'm feeling, there's 7 of us in here. I think that's a $250 out the door for a Quinjet. Fully furnished. My bad. Fully loaded. Quinjet, fully loaded. $250 out the door. $250. Interior. Nice little detail interior on the inside. What they said, swivel seats and everything like that though. You know what I'm saying? Give me some swivel seats. Ray Smith. Mr. Ray Smith hit me with a heart. Yeah, y'all, let me see them things, man. Let's $250 out the door. $250 out the door. I don't want no lights. I don't need that. I need the landing gear that's gonna work. I need the canopy in the back. They will fly off the jet. That's this $250. That's all I'm saying. $250, not $50. $250. Hasbro, y'all listening? We trying to help y'all. Listen, I want to spend some money, and as you can see, the folks that I'm talking to, we didn't spend some change. We don't mind spending some change. $250. $250. Fully loaded. We don't need no lights. We don't care nothing about that. Your wife would make money doing just easily. That's why I said, oh, we don't need that. $250. $249.99. $250. Fully loaded. Swivel seats. Canopy. Open up. You can take it off, sit the figures in and everything like that. Cockpit. Open it up from the side. Hey, listen, you want to know how to do this? All you gotta do is look at them boys who did the Thunder Tank, right? Thunder Tank. Open it up. Sit the figures in there. They got the swivel seats and everything. Let's make it do what it do. Open the cockpit from the back. You know, open the Skycycle so I can take photos of them sitting in there just chilling and everything like that. Make it do what it do. Fully load. We don't need no lights. We don't need no lights. We just need the landing gear to work. We don't need no lights. Look, $250 out the door. Don't need to be no hash lab. We tell you. Beat it told you. $250 out the door. Walmart, Target, GameStop, your place, drugstore aisle, grocery store aisle. We gonna $250. $250. I'm gonna start harassing these people, but I don't want to harass them by themselves. When I'm harassing them, Hasbro, Marvel Legends, and telling them we want the Quinjet, I want to know that we got that it's folks back there. When I look like this, I don't want to be like old boy on what was the name of the movie? Old School, when he was running down the street, butt booted ass naked, and he said, "Yeah, we out here streaking," but he turned around with nobody behind him. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. When I hit Hasbro, hey, 2024 Quinjet. I want them to feel that. I want them just like we have other stuff trending. Hashtag Quinjet 2024. Let's get that out there. Quinjet. We need that. Matter of fact, here we go. If they make the watch this. Y'all gonna like this one. If they make the Quinjet for $250, stay with me on this one. Stay with me. Because there are those of us, as I alluded to, T'Challa made the Quinjet for the Avengers. What's the likelihood if they make this Quinjet fully loaded? We don't need no lights. We don't need no lights. We don't. But let's say for $250, they give us some special effects that could make it an Avengers Quinjet, a Shield Quinjet, or Wakandan Quinjet. What's the likelihood if the price is $250 and you got these accessories and they don't make it? See, Hasbro, the trick with this one is you can't make this a HasLab. I'm trying to help y'all out. Can't make this a HasLab. What's the likelihood that you, being who you are, the comic book fan that you are, having a love for the superheroes that you have, what's the likelihood if this Quinjet comes with interchangeable special effects that could make it either A, an Avengers Quinjet, B, a Shield Quinjet, or C, a Wakandan Quinjet? Not doing that, just, I'm trying to keep down price. Come on, yo. Plastic. It hit us upside the head if it was metal. But it coming with those interchangeable pieces. So you could make it either A, the Avengers Quinjet, B, the Black Panthers Quinjet, or C, the Shield Quinjet. $250. What's the likelihood you get more than one? No, I asked y'all the question. Don't ask. What's the likelihood of you getting more than one? What's the likelihood of you getting more than one? See, some people don't understand math. Not saying y'all don't, but sometimes retail or business people don't understand math. See, if you make an item, a great item, and you make it affordable, people are more likely to get more than one than if you make a great item and you make it expensive. You make more money that way. You can make the Quinjet 300. I just know people would feel more comfortable spending $500 for two than spending $300 for one. Tell me where the math at, where the math wrong, especially if you got those special effect options. Like I said, it's plastic. It don't need to light up. It don't. We just need those special features. Those features, it need to be able to do what it's gonna do. That's it. That's it. That's what it need to do. Damn, is it almost 2 hours? It's almost 2 hours. Y'all know, damn, y'all let me stay on here for long. Listen, y'all know I don't like to go too long and everything like that. 2 hours. If you want to get the GiantMan, because that's what we started off with. And actually, to be perfectly honest with you, after you've given us the Sentinel, after you giving Galactus, after you giving GiantMan, it's really only two other places you can go right now. And I'm sorry to say this, you might be terrified. It's either the XR71 Blackbird, because you got a whole bunch of X-Men action figures out there. And it's either the XR71 Blackbird or make sure I got this. It's either the XR71 Blackbird or it's the Quinjet. I know you're not gonna give us the Wakandan talent. That's not even I'm not even asking that question because I know that's not gonna happen. But right now, that's where you're at. You got to do vehicles because there is no other. There is no other character that you can give folks that's gonna be HasLab worthy. It's vehicles now. It's vehicles. So it's either the XR71 Blackbird, which I don't believe you're gonna do because that's bigger than the Quinjet, or the Quinjet. Make it easy on yourself. Listen, that's my time. I appreciate y'all rocking with me and everything like that. Click, like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna be bringing y'all Alpha Flight 1 tomorrow, if not later on this evening and everything like that. Listen, y'all gonna like that story. Y'all gonna like Alpha Flight. I like the direction that it's going in and everything like that. So off issue 1, that's gonna be real nice and everything like that. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna holler at y'all. But like I said, GiantMan action figure, $199. Totally up to you. All I did was give you some information. Peace.